let's go back a little bit to when you did actually play the good guy. Because one of the first times I ever saw you was way back, I believe, in 1996, when you appeared on another popular show, X-Files. Now, you played Fox Mulder's dad. How was that?
Oh, that was amazing. That was an experience of a lifetime, and continues to keep bearing wonderful fruit. I played young Bill Mulder when the television series was at its pinnacle. Truly #1 hit, right? And I appeared on the first episode I appeared was on Musings of a Cigarette Smoking Man. And I got to refer to my son Fox and his first words and whatnot. I thought it was really quite I was just tickled, really. And I worked with James Wong and Chris Owens, and it was really amazing. And Chris Carter brought me into into the fold really very quickly, and I also got a chance to work with one of my dear friends, Donnelly Rhodes, who was on that episode as well.
Fantastic. And I'm guessing since you were on the same show, I know it was set in a different timeline. It was back in the 50s, wasn't it? But did you get to socialize with Duchovny or Gillian Anderson at all?
Yes, mostly in that exact setting. But I think it was we had several wrap parties because I was on for, I believe, 3 seasons, and so we had several wrap parties, and I was able to share a drink and a laugh, and The
reason I ask is because David Duchovny later on went on to make another one of my favorite shows, and it's one of these shows, not sci-fi, but it's a show that you watch that you're fascinated with, but it is so wrong at the same time. I'm talking about a show called Californication. Did you see it?
Oh, did I see it? A fan, constantly watching it, and then a dear friend of mine, Callum Keith Rennie, showed up on there.
Aha! Awesome.
Yeah, Callum and I had worked together at a little place called Danan. It was a diner way back in the day when I was first coming up and needed a day job. Yeah.
Very cool. Well, and that's where I'm kind of going with that. I know you never appeared on the show, but there is a connection there. And since you were a fan as well, if David ever approached you to be on that show, now it was not a sci-fi show. I would venture to say in that show there was actually no good or bad guys. They were kind of a mix of everything.
They were amazing, redeemable, and brilliant, and well written, and well performed. I love the show.
Absolutely. So if you were to be asked to do an episode of Californication, what type of character would you show up as? Would you show up as the drugged out rocker guy? Would you have been another book writer maybe that was rivaling, what was his name, Hank, I believe, in the show?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just brainstorming here, because I would have loved to see you in that show with David.
Oh, dude, I'm thinking freaking, like college pals, right? I'm thinking, yeah, right? Guys who
you
got
walk up to him and say, bro.
Yeah, like the guy who helped him get the reputation and the way of being that he was, yeah, that guy. Whoops.
Yes. Oh, I could absolutely see that.
Wouldn't that be great? Yeah.
That would be awesome. All right, I want to go flash back a little bit. I wanted to try to go into chronological order. However, I'm a Stargate fan and I couldn't help but bring it up right away. But I wanted to go back to your first episode of playing Anubis in Stargate SG-1, because I believe you worked with one of my favorite directors as well, Peter DeLuise. Is that right?
Did. Yes, I had the absolute pleasure of. Yes.
and all of his episodes of Stargate, and really everything him and his entire family do, are always hilarious and wonderful. And I'm curious, when you stepped into the role of Anubis with him behind the camera, did he give you the ability to freestyle it at all? Or did he give you a strict script and set of rules that you had to follow?
It's funny because I know Peter from a television series, a television show series, time gone by called 21 Jump Street.
Oh
And
yes.
that's when I first came to Vancouver and learned the trade. And I was a background sort of stand-in, always there guy in the Chapel gang, and I befriended Peter and Johnny and Dustin, and I knew them. So having stepped on board with all the makeup and whatnot, Peter knew number one what I was capable of, and number two gave me exactly like that, free reign. And he saw me not so much struggling in the sense of where, see, the portrayal, I think you've seen it, is by my standards kind of a regal portrayal, and small and simple movements and whatnot, and I felt a certain, maybe there was a tremor or something, but Peter said, "Hey man, just relax. It's just a TV show, and so it's like we just had. After that was just really easy and lovely. Yeah, we had
Fantastic.
laughed most of the time. Yeah, it's like, yeah, we laughed.
I've seen lots of background behind the scenes stuff with him in it, and it always seems like it's a lot of fun, and he always brings a lot of humor to even the most tense of scenes, it seems.
Oh, and he knows his craft very, 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 very well, and executes it with excellence, and doesn't accept anything but our best.